Hello guys, how's it going? Today we're going to analyze the situation of Andrew Tate. Before doing that, I'm going to have a sip of an alcohol-free beer, Peroni. It's pretty good, I like it. I'm going to give you guys a view that's, I would say, very logical. It's a psychological standpoint as well. I'm not going to go into whether I like him or not, what I agree with or not agree with. I don't really have a stance, to be fair with you. I don't know the guy, and I'm not going to get emotionally involved with this person, right? What I will do, however, is offer a psychological analysis of him from what I've been studying and also from what I've been seeing happening to him, right? Or rather, what he's causing in his own life, because I believe we are the creators of our own life. So the actions we take is going to have an effect on the outer world, right? So in another sense, he did create the situation that he is in. And failing to take responsibility for that, I think, is foolish. I have to stand on that at least. But from a psychological perspective, guys, there are three things that sort of spontaneously comes to mind here. First of all is that he's a warrior archetype. All right, there's a book called Warrior, Magician, Lover, and King by Robert Moore, where he goes into the male psyche, that we all have four different archetypes in our psyche: the warrior, the magician, the lover, and the king. And within these archetypes, there's also a shadow archetype, right? Like it's a dual archetype of each and every one of them. So if you're a warrior, you can be the noble warrior, you can be the warrior that's fighting for a good cause, you can be humble, you can be kind to those weaker than you, you can serve the community and protect people around you, right? If you analyze his actions and literally what he has been saying as well, he sometimes fall into this category of being good. Now, whether that's an act or not, I cannot say, guys. But what I also heard from what he's saying is that it falls into the category of the shadow warrior. And that means conquering by any means necessary, right? Like trying to attain glory without having that humility, right? Without having that higher connection to God, one might say, like that humble attitude. And he has said that as well, guys. Be prideful. If you just go and listen to some of his videos, he's saying be proud of yourself. You want to be proud of yourself. Well, pride, so many kings, so many warriors throughout history have fallen due to their pride. Pride is very linked to arrogance. It's I'm better than you because I have more things than you. I can conquer more things than you, right? It's not a healthy way to live. The healthy integrated warrior, not the shadow type of warrior, he doesn't have pride, guys. He doesn't even care to be better than you. He does it for a higher purpose and don't need attention for it. On a mission given by God, taking care of people, serving the community, don't need the fame, don't need the recognition. Still a badass, still able to conquer mountains, right? Still able to achieve a lot of things, but doing it from a place of goodness rather than selfish intentions. The shadow warrior throughout history, he can slaughter, he can, I don't want to say that R word, but he can grape, he can conquer villages, take over, just to fill that need for fame and glory. Whatever means necessary, right? It's a means to an end, whatever happens. That's the first thing that comes to mind, and I think I hit the nail right there. We also have the second way I'm analyzing this is the mythological figure in Greek mythology, right? Icarus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I think I do. Icarus, right? He was flying too close to the sun, even though his father, he told him not to do it because his wings would get burnt, right? Still did it. Now, what I've seen, Tate lacked a fatherly role model as is portrayed, at least. I can't go into details because, as I say, I don't know the guy or anything, but that's what it seems like, right? So he started believing in his own myth, like being sort of immortal in a way. Like I can do anything that I want. It don't really matter what happens to the people around me. I'm flying close to the sun, right? Thinking it won't burn me. This means he believed in his own mythology. He believed in his own fame. He believed in his own glory. And that was a big mistake. It's going to lead to a fall most of the times, guys. This happened many times throughout history with kings, with warriors, empires falling and all that, right? So that's the second way I'm going to analyze it. Um, Believing too much in it, not knowing when to stop, right? Not knowing when to stop. Keep going, not caring what other people are going to think. I'm not saying you should think what other people are going to think, but if you're hurting other people and you're doing mean things to people, there's of course going to be some backlash for that, right, guys? And in this case, massive backlash, like we've seen. So, yeah, he believed in his own myth, basically. Being better than everyone else and such, and that's very egoistic, and it doesn't lead anywhere good. Now, the third way I'm going to analyze this is from a Carl Jungian perspective, which is that he's very much in his own shadow, unconsciously attached to the fame and the glory, and like I said, without the perspective or the consciousness of how this is going to affect the world or other people around him, or even his own image. When you're in your shadow and you're acting out of greed, when you're acting out of pride, when you're acting out of these dark desires, the conscious awareness of compassion, of empathy, of, feeling other people's emotions sort of vanish. We want to move closer to consciousness. We want to understand the unconscious as well. That's even possible. Like it's a daunting task, to say the least. Carl Jung would say to integrate one's shadow. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow, right? So that means you really have to start understanding. Like you have to look within and understand these things, and see how it's affecting other people around you. I believe in the cause and effect as well. So if you're gonna act in shadow, if you're gonna live with your shadow nature, you're gonna get negative results around you guys. If you're a compassionate guy, if you try to make the right choices, not only try but actually make the right choices, if you live with empathy, if you take care of people around you without hurting others, right? Like you can, like he has said a lot of times, I'm taking care of these people. You can take care of people and still be a bad guy at the same time, right? Like you should just take care of people and not even have to prove that to the world. That should be an obvious thing, taking care of people, right? As a man, especially if you have millions, that should be a very obvious thing, not something to flaunt, right? Not something to prove to the world to be a good person. That's also a thing, guys. Like the more you try to prove to be a good person, usually there is something dark hiding there in the shadows, right? So from a Carl Jungian perspective, I would definitely say that he's unaware of what he's doing. He's not operating from a place of conscious awareness, and he shows as well. Been caught multiple times lying, guys. In interviews, you can see clips where he's saying one thing, then like 3 months later saying another thing, 1 year later saying a completely different thing. So, this guy, and I don't even think he's aware of it, to be fair with you, because anyone that's conscious would like have a certain awareness of their story of what has happened, right? And not constantly switch it up. So that's really where I'm coming from with that. And as for what is being accused of, I know that's what a lot of people are talking about. And it's horrendous things, heinous things, like horrible things that he's being accused of, right? But I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. So even if people say there are proof and things like that, I'm not gonna take a stance just out of my dignity and how I choose to operate as a human being. But I can say the least, it's not looking good for him, right? It's not looking good. With that being said, if you did enjoy this video, guys, and you want me to make a follow-up video on this, perhaps where I go a bit more into detail on the psychological frame of it all, because this was a very short one and just sort of brainstorming a little bit, right? I'm not that used to analyzing other people or talking about them, but I hope it gave you some value to at least understand from a psychological perspective that why, because that's like the question, why is he acting the way he's been acting? Why? Start believing in his own mythology, and especially with all that fame, validation, and everything being pushed onto him, or like he taking it from the shadow warrior archetype, right? Like just taking it, conquering it, and then being validated by the world. That's going to build a huge ego, where to the point of flying too close to the sun, not believing that he could do wrong. Imagine you get all this attention all the time, all this validation from people, millions of people validating you. You can't do wrong. You're the top G. You're the best in the world. We believe in you. You inspire us. Boom, boom, boom. How are you going to think that you're doing something wrong? Even if you've done something wrong, if you're getting that much glory, that much attention, it's going to be difficult to think that you actually did something wrong, to be conscious of it, right? And that's really where I think it led. That's where I think all this led. And it led to his downfall. However he comes out of this, actually I can't say what the effect is going to be. I'm not even going to go there. But I will say this. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed it, like I said before, let me know and I will make a follow-up video on this as well. And thank you all for watching, guys. Hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.